gentlemen, and welcome to another fantastic weekend of Formula One racing here on the EGL Extreme Gaming League. I'm Tipsy Bob, and joining me on the mic is my trusty sidekick and my good friend, Dad Bats. Covering all the action today, we're going to be covering everywhere from Monaco, Singapore, Abu Dhabi, and Bahrain, all across the world, all across the country. We have a full grid lined up, some of the best talent around the world. We have plucked them from all corners of the earth to give you some of the greatest racing experience viewing footage you'll ever see in your lifetime. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the EGL. There we go, all the cars are all lining up on the grid. They're all getting ready. The drivers will be focusing on their first corner. Are they going to take it? What are they going to do? Is they going to go deep? Are they going to go? Who knows? Let's take out the way we go! DRS is still active, and if Timo wants to get this moved on, he's gonna need to use this DRS zone because I have a feeling.
No, Timo, cancel the pressure in the traction zone. I pressed to mount up another overtake on 23 mark.
This is Ryan 3.
And Timo are oh, it's not pit. Oh no! Oh my god, this so sorry, control myself. So Timo
I wouldn't be gonna finish it too, so they can stand at the back together again. Just like Timo likes it.
How many times? Did you see how many times Timo tried to get into the pit?
Hello and welcome everyone back to Formula 2 SLR. We are back for round 4 of Formula 2 here, and we're here in Austria today. Sorry for the technical issues, but I think we're back up and running, and we're right in the formation lap.
Yep, so getting ready for what's going to be a pretty frantic couple of races, I would imagine. You're here tonight with myself, Boosted Miss, and Oversteers a Lotto. And yeah, hopefully get some good fighting on track today.
I will show the driver standings for just a second. We're not going to talk about them right now because, well, we don't really have the time, I guess. But just so you can see them. And we're about to get ready here. We're heading to the start-finish straight.
Yep, so as we see here, we've got Bailey Thompson has managed to put it on pole just ahead of Pretorius. We've got Makanda starting in third, followed by Tipsy Bob, Futuristic, Line Abuser, which is Crystals, Nickelodeus, Fropsy, Joel, Azod, Gerla, Max Spilt, Fans, Carius, Vinny, Crazy Jules, SLR Dragon, Icewind, George, and Larson with 2 S's. So slowly getting lined up here now for the first of 2 races this evening. We're just
And I gotta
waiting
swap
for the lights to
camera.
go.
There we go. Alright, we have the grid lining up at the back, and we're almost ready to go.
Any minute now. Yep, that's us. We're going now. We've got 2 lights on, 3 lights on, 4 and 5. Slight Codemaster delay. And we're away, and we've got a
That's a
drive-through
really good
penalty
start by
immediately
Bailey.
from 2 there. There's a jump start
Oh,
from 2
that
drivers.
was 2 jump starts there. Yeah, I think Bailey started too soon, and then McKenna just followed him. We got Icewind showing in P1, but he doesn't look to be actually in P1. I think Bailey's still leading by a good margin here.
Yep, that's our timing screen's a bit of a mess. It always will be for the first couple of laps. They should hopefully sort themselves out in a minute. Bailey's got quite a jump, in fact. He's already got quite a gap behind him. So, yeah. That must have been a very early jump.
Yes, okay, we have Bailey in first place and McKenna also up to second place with the jump start. We have Pretorius right behind them in third though. And behind them, Tipsy Bob, Futuristic.
Oh, Bailey's gone off. Bailey's gone off. And it looks like I wonder if he's just going to retire here. It looks like he has damage. That's really strange. He's literally just went straight on into the second sector there.
Yeah, he's completely off track and back to last place here in the feature race.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was all about. He definitely has front wing damage from that, so I'm not sure if he's going to continue at this stage or not. But yeah,
Meanwhile,
really
Pretorius
unusual.
is really close to the lead here. He's right behind McKender and probably looking to make a move into these straights.
Yep, top 6 there actually, all within 1 second of each other still. Slight gap between Line of Buser and Joel. But yeah.
Is that Crystal?
Yeah, it is, yeah. I can't get used to calling him that.
Yeah, so we have the top 6 really close here. And and the timing screen is all messed up again.
Yep, and yeah, Bailey, as we suspected there.
But here we have a move for the we have a move for the what is probably the lead. Yeah, we have Pretorius trying to overtake McKender here, trying to take the inside line. McKender locks up. Pretorius looks at the inside there, but doesn't quite make it. Meanwhile, Futuristic gets past Nicolaitis on the timing screen at least.
Yep, sorry, I'm just quickly re-inviting Gerla there. See you dropped out of the session.
Oh, and we did see Bailey retiring there. So yeah, the race is over for Bailey here, but of course the drive-through penalty.
We have another retirement there as well.
I'm trying to see if I can tell what happened there.
Somewhere in the second sector there. That Zod's gone off there. Yeah. So we're only 3 laps in. Well, 2 laps in. I think the lap counter's slightly out. But yeah, already all kinds of chaos going on here. I think we have a safety car now as well. It's not showing it on my screen.
I'm not seeing a safety car either.
If you,
yeah, there's yellow flags. There's definitely yellow flags.
Yeah, if you escape and then go to your main menu and then go back into the game, or escape and then escape again, you should be able to see the flag come up.
Oh yeah, there it is. There it is.
A lovely Codemasters bug again.
Wonderful.
So yeah, so things settling down a wee bit now then, which is good, so we can catch our breath a wee bit.
Well, I'm not seeing any.
McKender has the lead here.
Of course, with a drive-through penalty, so that's not going to last too long, especially with the safety car now.
Curious is actually pitted as well, so he must have been involved in some of the earlier incidents there. I would imagine he must have picked up damage somewhere.
Alright, we can look at the position changes now. We see McKender, of course, going to the lead here. Nicolaitis making some moves up. Of course, Bailey dropping out helped a lot of people here. We have Icewind gaining 10 positions at the start, and Dragon right behind him gaining 8. So those two moved up really far. Larson as well came from last place, is now 11th. And we have some cars at the back that lost a lot of positions, so there was probably some intense battling there at the end as well. Janice Correas is 25 seconds behind everyone else. I don't know for sure what happened there, but he of course lost... Well, he's been in the pits apparently, so he probably lost a wing somewhere.
Yeah. I would imagine he was involved in some of the scraps early on. These races get incredibly frantic, as we've seen in previous weeks. But yeah, it makes for great viewing. We've got more people pitting there as well.
And McKender's still not serving his penalty.
Yeah, I think he'll have, is it 3 laps, I think, that you can, to serve that penalty?
I think it is. I think he'll have to serve it this lap.
Yeah.
And we of course have Icewind and Dragon, the two, and Larson too even, the 3 drivers here who gained a lot of positions at the start. They're all on the harder compound today, so they're gonna be looking at a really, really strong stint at the end to make up even more positions.
Yeah, absolutely. They've had an amazing start in this race. They've taken full advantage of all the chaos that happened in the first few laps there. So it'll be interesting to see if they'll be able to hold those positions when the safety car comes in. On the mini-map, I see a stationary Fropsy. That looked a bit strange.
Not quite sure what happened there. He's going off track as well.
I wonder if he has issues. Yeah, he's got damage as well.
Yeah.
His front wing's got damage to it.
Yeah, that's one side of the front wing end plate just missing.
So he's had a bump somewhere as well. So under the safety car, which is highly unusual as well, actually.
Oh, even more people coming into the pits. That's Tipsy Bob pitting, and Nicolaitis as well, line abuser, Crystal. They're all coming into the pits. McKender serving his penalty, of course. Let's see where they come out. Is anybody gonna make up positions in the pits here? Oh, McKender's pitting? Okay.
And his penalty's been taken off, has it?
I'm honestly kind of confused. No, he still has a drive-through penalty.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, he definitely pitted there. I think maybe the safety car pauses your time that you need to do the penalty in. Okay, so we have those guys at the back now, of course, with the fresher tires, and they're going to be hoping to get to the end and make something happen with that strategy. And leading the race now, Futuristic from Joel from Icewind.
McKender has managed to rejoin in 14th. Of course, that's going to be made a lot more difficult when he has to come back in for that drive-through in a couple laps' time. Safety car's coming in this lap, so we should get back underway again. Yep, the lights are off, so you can see Futuristic is already starting to bunch the field up. Let's hope we can get a clean restart.
This, of course, isn't going to help Fropsy, who's still behind 16 seconds behind the other cars.
Yep.
Futuristic still warming up his tires, still going slow, leading the field towards the start-finish straight, and I think he's gone.
Yep.
Yes, I think he got a good start.
He already has half a second, and he's not even over the start-finish line yet, so this is a brilliant start from Futuristic.
Icewind is really close to Joel. He might make a move to second. He's definitely gaining on him. Right behind them, Dragon also trying to get into that battle. We see some moves being made towards the back of the field. I see Pretorius in the midfield making up places, and now Crazy Joseph's back past him. As Icewind makes a move down the inside of Joel. And he makes it stick.
And he makes it stick, yep.
And Dragon is now trying to get past too. Dragon and Joel are going side by side down this straight. Alright, it's Joel who breaks later here. Yeah, Icewind breaks even later and locks up.
Again, very close to one another going around the corner there.
Dragon getting some snaps of oversteer there.
Big lock up there as well from Icewind.
I see Janice Correas and Vans at the back losing positions.
Dragon is trying to make a move again here on Joel now, just coming up to the second to last corner here.
Joel covering the inside. But Dragon just goes around the outside and overtakes him. Icewind now goes into the pits. No, wait, that's Futuristic. Futuristic, Joel going into the pits. All these guys who are still on the softer cars.
And Joel picks up a penalty, speeding, and so does Gerla as well. That's so frustrating. That's such an avoidable penalty.
Yes, there we see Gola, Joel, and Fropsy all have 5-second penalties now.
So Icewind inherits the lead of this race and begins to start trying to pull a gap
really
on Dragon.
close here towards the back. We see some moves being made. Crystal trying to get past Nicolaitis. Tipsy Bob fighting Max Builds in front of those two. Oh, and there's contact. Crystal just hits the tire of Nicolaitis with some oversteer there.
Don't think there's any damage though, so I think they both got away with that.
Yeah, I think it was just a tap on the tire there. We're still seeing some lockups into this turn, but now Tipsy Bob's trying to get past Max Builds again. Does he make it stick this time? He tries to go around the outside. Oh, as in front of them, Winnie goes off track. And we see some... I think there was some contact with Crazy Joe's as well.
Yep, I think Vinny is ghosted currently after that incident. So.
Oh, these guys are really close. Yeah, we have Nicolaitis and Vinny just driving through each other. In front of them, 3 people are fighting for position. As now somebody dives into the pits. That's
there's damage and a big spin at the back there. Who's that? That was Vinny. There's a huge spin coming down into the last corner there, and I think he clipped a few other guys there. So
it looked like somebody was going into the pits. Oh, and Tipsy Bob and Max Builds also touch. That was a close one. That could have looked a lot worse. Oh, and Vinny retires.
Vinny retires on track as well. So I think he might be far enough off the circuit itself not to bring a safety car out, but yeah, there's always a risk.
Now takes the position, and he goes up into 6th place.
We've got a nice 4-way battle here, haven't we? With who've we got there?
They're definitely all trying to get that 6th position sixth position right now. Tipsy is making a move down the inside of Crystal.
This is brilliant. Just as frantic as ever, which is excellent.
Yeah, definitely. The F2 races are really exciting this season. Very close battles, basically all throughout the races.
Yeah, never a dull moment. So yeah, I think the closest track battle we have at the minute is this the 4-way fight for 6th position. Everyone else is a little bit spaced out with a couple of the incidents that we've just had. I see a yellow flag just at the beginning of Sector 2. Not sure, somebody is stationary there. It's
check out the leaders.
Crazy Joe's it is, I think, had a spin there. And he's going to lose the position now to Vans, who comes flying past him. Yes. He has damage as well, looks like front wing. Yeah.
McKenner sets the fastest lap down in 11th position. He of course served his drive-through penalty at some point now.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get some kind of a recovery drive out of today. Oh no, Gerla picks up another 3-second penalty.
That's
not having an easy race.
Right behind Crystal, and Crystal locks up again into this turn. We're seeing a lot of lockups in this turn. I think it's really hard to drive with these cars. They don't have the downforce that the F1 cars have, and of course that's going to lead to some lockups there.
Yeah, you find yourself having to almost predict where you're going to be in
Tipsy having
a
another
couple of seconds'
moment
time.
here out of this turn. It doesn't look like Tipsy really likes the handling of his car today.
More lockups there. Max Builds picks up a 3-second penalty there as well. So penalties starting to roll in quite quickly. Of course, it is quite an easy track to pick up penalties on, to be fair. The first corner is particularly notorious as you try and cut that to get a good start.
Alright. We're going to have to keep looking at these penalties because they're going to be important for the battle for reverse grid pole here. Because they're in 9th and 10th position here. Oh, somebody just goes... I think either me or Nicolaitis is having connection issues because I just saw him go through straight on.
I think I saw that too. That was a bit unusual.
Okay. Well, maybe he's just lagging a bit then. Oh, there's George now. George now has lots of oversteer out of that turn. Crystal's trying to gain that position now. He's going around the outside. George keeps it. He's defending hard here.
Yep, he manages to just stay in front there as Crystal dives.
Oh, they touch! They touch! Both of them off. And George retires.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. It looked like they were going to get a really good side-by-side battle coming around that corner there. I'm not sure what exactly happened. I can only assume that there was understeer from one of them. And,
I think one of them actually oversteered into a spin and tried to correct it, and then they both touched, and it wasn't. They couldn't do anything at that point.
Yeah,
it was just really unlucky for both of them.
a VST now on the
Why
track.
am I not seeing these things?
It's again Codemasters. I just had to escape
Okay.
and escape again as well.
I'm actually just gonna show the track map now because I don't want to be missing these all the time.
As Christos comes into pit, picks up a penalty, I suspect we might see a retirement here. Or not, that's good, yeah, good on him.
And now these two are fighting right out of the virtual safety car, Nicolaitis and Tipsy Bob. Tipsy trying to take the inside and Nicolaitis lagging around the outside. Still side by side though. Oh god, that looks scary.
Yeah, there's a little bit of rubber banding going on there. That must be me. Oh, that's a lucky bit of ghosting as well there for Tipsy Bob. I think he's made it past now though comfortably, so...
Oh, I'm just now figuring out how to hide the UI. That looks a lot better. Okay. Yeah, I think this is one of the
Oh, we have a
most
yellow
developed
flag in the
Yeah, I
beginning of
see
the
a
second sector
stationary
again.
car. That's Skorla, I think. Yes, Skorla. He was stationary in the second sector there. Locking up, I think that might be wing damage as well.
Oh no, yeah, it is, yeah. You're absolutely right, he's got wing damage too. He's really not having an easy race as Joel picks up a 3-second time penalty.
I'm gonna be looking at these battles here right now though. It's still Tipsy Bob fighting... Oh god. It's Tipsy Bob fighting Nicolaitis. Okay, I need to figure this stuff out. There we go.
Yeah, that can't be easy. And Nicolaitis looks like he's got a little bit of connectivity issues going on there where he's jumping about. That's very difficult to race with. So we see a retirement from Gerla there after picking up another penalty, so
Yes.
he's decided that's enough for him for this race.
We don't even have a lot of cars left here. It's 5 retirements already, and it's the top 10, I think, who get points here, right? So, good
That's it,
opportunity
yeah.
to get points for everyone here. Possibly even for Crazy Joss in last position.
Surprised that as many have DNF'd as what we've seen actually, to be honest. It's not a hugely technical
Oh,
track, so to
Pretorius is
speak,
extremely
but,
close to Larson. We completely missed that one. Pretorius right at the back of Larson. Of course, he has DRS. He's gonna have an easy move down the straight. Was that team orders? They're not fighting too hard here. But of course,
say teammates
with the
are not
DRS,
one to touch.
yeah, but with the DRS, it's of course an easy move anyway. Larson getting the DRS on the next straight, of course, that's gonna help both of them here.
Meanwhile, this fight for 5th position still rages on between Tipsy Bob and Nicolaitis. That's the closest battle we have on track currently, aside from, of course, Pretorius and Larson. But yeah, as you say, probably some degree of team orders involved there.
Yeah, and definitely looks like Pretorius is going a lot faster now.
Oh, and
Larson
Crystals
already
puts in a
second
fastest
behind.
lap. So he's pushing his way back up. Of course, he's way down in 14th at the minute after his contact
Yeah.
with George.
I think he just pitted for the softer tires though, so he's going to be going fast for a few laps now.
Yep.
Tipsy Bob.
Oh,
locking
there's
up
another.
again.
It's a yellow flag. Yeah,
Yes, I
there's
see.
a yellow flag in
Fropsy's
there.
off track. Fropsy's off track. I think he spun. That looked like a reset to track. And Joel also goes past him. I think Fropsy's gonna have to pit though. I can't imagine he doesn't have damage here. Yes, he goes into the pits. That's
and he
gonna be a wing
goes.
change.
Yep, front
Oh,
end
as we
plate
see
is
a
missing.
move being done here, McKender going past Max Biltz now.
Oh, and Propsy picks up a speeding penalty. So a lot of speeding penalties we're getting, getting today.
They're staying right behind each other for this turn, but now Max Biltz has another DRS straight to try and make the move happen here. I think I'm gonna need the UI. I don't know what to click. I'm gonna check out the penalties real quick here. So we have Max Biltz, of course, with these 3 seconds. If he stays where he is right now, that's not gonna be reverse critical
Oh, and
for him.
Vance just spins on the very first corner there.
We're seeing a lot of spins today.
There's,
Yeah, I see.
Seems quite common, doesn't it? Just as Crystals was coming to pass him.
Nicolaitis is right behind Tipsy Bob now, still trying to make this move happen.
Another
It's like-
penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
That's Larson in P4, of course. He's gonna be going on the softer tire now. We still have Nicolaitis right in the DRS window here. Still trying to go past on this straight, possibly. Taking the inside line, not quite enough for now.
Icewind is just pitted and is rejoining the race now.
But now that's a really good exit here. Tipsy Bob got a bit of a bad exit out of that corner, and now... Oh, that's like... Oh, that's not looking too good.
No.
Oh, but now I think he's gone... He's not quite gone past. He tried, but he didn't go past. Bit confusing to see what's happening here. Larson and Joel are fighting a bit further towards the back. Larson, of course, on the fresh, softer tires. But Joel keeps the position for now.
Futuristic is slowly closing the gap to Max Spilzer at the minute.
Yeah, we're seeing some battles here in the midfield. Meanwhile, Dragon is into the pits now, going for the softer tires as well.
We see another time penalty there, 3 seconds, this time to Crazy.
Right, Dragon's gonna be down in P4 now, I believe. I don't think McEnder will make it past him. Actually, yes, Dragon's falling a bit further back. Where will he come out? Will he come out in front of Max Belts and Futuristic who are battling here? Yes.
We now have Icewind just now right up behind McKender and going for a move down the back straight. He just sets up a purple first sector as he does so.
We also have another move back here.
Stick.
Futuristic and Max Belts are also fighting right into this corner. And another move as Joel and Larson are also battling right here. Larson goes past Joel, of course. And Max Belts now behind Futuristic. McKender right behind Icewind, and Dragon right between those battles, trying to gain that time back, lost in the pits.
I must say, McKender's done very well.
Oh, I just saw somebody off track. Max Biltz is spinning. He spun and he spun again because his tires are overheating. And he's in the wall right now, but still in 10th position for now. I'm pretty sure that's going to be wing damage too. Yes, that's the wing.
That's so unfortunate. It's so easy to do. It's difficult to just calm yourself down.
Another 3-second time penalty for speeding. That's Joel. No, for cutting corner, of course. 3 seconds added on to Joel's time at the end. I'm going to go for the penalties here. Joel is on 11 seconds of penalties now. That could definitely come back to bite him.
Yep, as Dragon joins the penalty club now with 3 seconds of his own.
That's a really big club. Okay, we have Nicolaitis
over
now
half the
closing up
field
to Tipsy
now,
Bot for
penalties.
P2. Nicolaitis is trying to get past here with the DRS once more. Yeah, those two have been battling for a long time now. That's another move here made by Nicolaitis. Is he gonna make it stick this time? Yeah, I think they're pretty far apart now. Tipsy Bob half a second behind. I think that might be the move done, but of course Tipsy Bob is now gonna get the DRS on the next straight.
Yep, I'm just watching the time between Tipsy Bob and Icewind. Now I know it's a huge gap at the minute, but of course Icewind is on fresh super soft, and pretty sure that's dropping quite quickly at the minute. We only have 2 laps left, so it'll be interesting to see if he can close that gap any further before the end of the race.
Right, Tipsy Bob now has the DRS on all of these three straights from what it looks like, and Tipsy Bob is gaining hard. Tipsy Bob pulling to the inside. Into
side by side again. Yep.
As they do every lap. I'm not sure how many laps they haven't gone side by side into this corner and down this
straight. You see McKender and Dragon further back are also having a bit of a fight there. Dragon just manages to get past McKender. Oh, but he's run wide. McKender's now back down the inside of him again, coming down the back straight. We're now side by side coming into the second sector. I think we see McKender has the inside line here, but has the older tyres now. He concedes that, and Dragon keeps the position.
Yeah, I think Dragon is definitely in a better position here with the fresh, soft tyres. Well, super soft. And Nicolaitis is right behind Tipsy Bob again. They just love swapping positions. There's a yellow flag.
Yep.
I think that's Crystal. Yeah, Crystal seems to have spun in turn 1. Fropsy's now gone past. Is that wing damage
and
again?
yeah, he does,
Yes, it
yeah.
is. Everybody's losing half of their wing today.
So we now only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers with
And
no
we only
time
have
penalties.
2 laps left right now.
Yeah.
These races
is
go
nuts.
past so fast. Now Nicolaitis is trying to get Tipsy Bob again. Always the same corner. Every single lap, they're just fighting it out. And of course, it's a lot of points on the table here.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna go back to the tires for a second here. Nicolaitis
please.
making the move again, going around the outside. Tipsy Bob keeps the position for now. But they still have one more lap, of course. Alright, I'll take a quick look at the penalties. Dragon has 3 seconds of penalties. McKendry will overtake him for 5th position if it stays like it is right now. Larson is on 5 seconds, Joel on 11. Janice Correas also has 3 seconds, so he's not gonna get past Joel at the current pace.
Yeah, I think we're looking at our finishing positions here. The only 2 that might end up with a swap again is Nicolaitis and Tipsy Bob, who are still within that 0.2 second gap of one another.
Dragon is still trying to fight for his 5th place here, because Dragon has a time penalty, of course. McKendry behind him doesn't, and the gap is 2.2 seconds right now. As Crystal makes a move more towards the back, but that's a squeeze there. Tipsy Bob
Oh, Futuristic
pushes
picks up a
into the
penalty as
inside.
well.
Nicolaitis gets 2nd place though. Still really close between these.
Looks like Tipsy Bob is... Oh, he's
Tipsy
cut
Bob
back down
swapping
onto
to the inside.
Wow. Oh no, big lock up there. Nicolaitis has got back down the inside again.
That was a bit too deep there, I believe. That would have been an
was,
amazing move if he had made it stick, but
Oh,
still
yeah.
a nice try.
Completely sold him the dummy there. Went one way and then cut straight down the inside. That's brilliant.
McKender's now 2.7 seconds. Oh, that's Crystal spinning right in front of these two guys. And the lap down now. Yes, but it looks like it's gonna stay like this.
Pretorius takes the win with a huge gap.
10-second gap there to 2nd place, who is probably gonna be Nicolaitis unless he spins on the straight now. And Tipsy Bob takes 3rd place here.
So it's a very close battle. Quite
And
well deserved 2nd
Dragon
place.
has managed to go for a good 4-second gap here. McKender stays behind him even with the penalties. Everybody behind them also has penalties, but I don't think the penalties are big enough to make anything change here. Joel has 11 seconds of penalties, but even that doesn't matter because Janice Correas is 20 seconds behind right now and also has a penalty. I think that might be the end of the race here. Janice Correas coming home for 10th place. Fropsy behind him has 14 seconds of time penalties. And it's gonna... Janice Correas just stops. Okay.
That's enough.
I think he might be done.
Park in
Yep.
there.
Yeah, that's good enough. As a wise man once said, it's woken. And Fropsy comes home to take 11th place here. That was an eventful race. That was
very busy.
extremely busy. I don't think I've ever seen this much action in just one race. I don't even want to know how many Icewind Driver of the Day as the game dictates, but we're gonna see what we have to say about that later.
It was quite a lot of positions he made up right enough. He
Yes,
had a
definitely.
really good run there.
He came from pretty far down the grid. I think he was in the bottom 5, I believe, at the start.
Yep.
Very good drive by him there. Alright, we're gonna take a quick look at the results here. Pretorius taking P1 ahead of Nicolaitis, Tipsy Bob, Icewind up to P4 from P18. Very good drive by him, and of course also the fastest lap. We have Dragon, McKender, Futuristic, Larson, Joel, and Janice Correas filling out the point positions. A lot of retirements, of course, this race. We had 5 retirements, and a lot of them were early into the race too, and we had lots of wing changes as well. As you can see here, plenty of people who had to do 2 stops here.
Yeah, it's quite unusual to actually see quite that many DNFs. In the last few F2 races we've had, we've seen a lot of close racing and a small handful of DNFs, but I think this has got to be the most we've seen so far this season.
I think it was just a lot of people spinning. I don't think people were prepared for just how bad the cars handle here. We saw a lot of lockups, of course, but then also all these spins. Maybe also the nerves. People are trying to get good points here, but if you overdo it, of course, you're just gonna spin.
That's it. Yeah, that's exactly it. A lot different to Formula 1 cars. These F2 cars are quite tricky to drive. I know I struggle a lot with them. I try and stay clear of them.
Why am I sitting in a car? Wait a second. Why am I sitting in a car now? What is this? I don't want to drive. I think somebody might have left the session and now I'm in a car. Well.
So, commentating from the car.
Yes, I'm George Russell giving you a hot lap analysis of myself. I'm not actually sure what I'm supposed to do here now. Yeah, I'm actually sitting in a car. We got a formation lap though, so maybe I can retire now. I don't know. Why is there 21 cars? Oh, it's Formula 2, of course. I can't spec. Oh, that's stupid. Okay, we're experiencing some technical issues here. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do here. We'll just do a hot lap around this track. I'm driving on a keyboard today, so you know, don't make fun of me. Oh God, it's awful. Yes. So now you can see if from just the driver's position what happens on this track. It's very easy to spin, as you can already tell. We have Bailey Thompson in front of us. He took pole for the feature race, but retired. Yeah, that's a very interesting hot lap around this track. Alright, and we see lots of oversteer out of this turn. Gotta keep it pinned down the straight. We don't have DRS right now. I'm just gonna let bot of Bailey catch up here. Staying behind all these cars. They're trying to warm up their tires. I'm warming mine up by just, you know, spinning. I still can't retire from the session, so, well, we're just gonna have fun with this. I don't know what else to do. You can't go to this turn too fast. Yeah.
Got Pretorius is currently, Larson and Futuristic currently coming around the last lap now, so they're going to start lining up on the grids any moment now.
Yeah, I'm going to try to stay close to these cars. Can I retire now? No, I have to do the race start. That's just great. Oh my God. Thank you, Codemasters.
Safety car.
I would like to thank Codemasters. Oh yeah, we're actually... What am I... Wait. Do you have any idea what I can do to not cause a safety car here?
Maybe do a lap and then pit and then
well, we're gonna miss the first lap though, right?
Oh, we are. Yeah, you're right.
Well, I don't think this has ever happened before. I honestly don't think this has ever happened.
So we're lining up now. The lights are now starting to come up here.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna start the race now.
Yep, 5 lights all go out.
I actually don't know what my clutch is here. Yep, I can see Bailey Thompson going down the straight. We can see some action at the start of the field here. I guess I'm going to do a lap because I don't want to cause a safety car.
Yeah, I think
shame for everybody who wants to see the race, but you know. Oh, Vance has a big moment here. Vance is into the wall and retires from the session. I think that might even be a safety car without my intervention.
Still got a yellow flag in that sector at the minute. No safety car just yet.
There's
a
safety car.
VSC,
but there's
so
of course another moment here. Zod spins when having a battle with someone. I'm not sure if I can retire during the virtual safety car either. What do you think?
You can try, I don't know. I would try and get to the pits if you can.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the pits.
Just play it safe.
All right, we're just staying behind everybody. We're checking out the action at the back of the field today. We want to see something else today. We don't want to watch the front. We're gonna see what happened at the front in just a moment. But for now, we're racing for ourselves. The audience is finally getting to race in Formula 2 SLR. That's the experience you've always wanted, and it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Hopefully, I don't think I want this to happen again. But we're gonna pull into the pits now, and the race is gonna go on without us.
Yeah, VSC of course is now ended, so we now got Futuristic is leading the pack at the minute. Well. DRS of course now enabled also.
I'm gonna get a time penalty here and retire from the session. There we go.
As we see Eversnacks there retiring from the session. Eversnacks has retired from this race.
Yes, I don't believe he's gonna get points today. And
And,
we're back into the spectators' position. Futuristic leading the race ahead of Macender and Icewind. It's really close here at the front. They're within a second. Everybody's trying to fight here down the straight. They're going 3 wide here. I don't see the gaps, but they're extremely close.
Yeah, I'm loving this. Lots of good close racing once again.
Yeah, that's 6 or 7 cars within just a few meters of track. Okay, let me give you the tires, maybe. There we go. Everybody seems to be on the almost everybody seems to be on the harder compound.
Yep, of course we only have Fropsy and Koreas who are currently on the super softs as we go.
I actually want to show the position changes for a second because we didn't actually get to see the starting grid. Here we see the position changes. So Futuristic, Macender, Icewind all making up positions at the start. Larson lost a lot of positions at the start. Dropped down from what I assume to be reverse grid pole. Joel has a spin in turn 1. I just saw Joel spin there, and he drops down the field. Yes, I'm still seeing right there, but it doesn't look like wing damage this time. Macender making a move on Futuristic here. And Icewind and Dragon behind them also battling for
I think
position.
he's made it stick as well, hasn't he? Yeah, Macender now takes the lead. Dragon and Icewind, as you say, yep, side by side.
And ahead of them, Futuristic and Macender
Oh, they're
also side by
so
side
close
again.
to each other. So close to each other.
Futuristic trying to make the move, switches to the inside now, Macender stays in front for now. Dragon right behind Icewind, and Icewind is looking to get into this battle for the lead now. He's getting really close to Futuristic as well. They're all within just 1 second, these 4 cars at the lead.
Yep, we've got 2 or 3 wide just about coming into the last corner here. That's Nicolaitis, Praetorius and Larson. All furiously fighting for that 5th position spot.
Futuristic, Icewind and Dragon all getting the DRS now, which has been enabled. They're all trying to get that lead. Fropsy pulls into the pits. I think there might have been another spin that we didn't see. Futuristic getting on the grass a bit here. Icewind is trying to take advantage of that. Icewind moves ahead of Futuristic for now. Futuristic goes to the inside.
Oh, there's a little bit of what looks like almost like contact there between Icewind and Dragon. That would have been just as
Yes, that was
Futuristic on the
extremely
inside line.
close. But I don't think they quite touched. Dragon could have lost a wing there if that
See
had been
another yellow flag in the
contact.
second sector there as well. It was very brief, so I think it's only somebody running slightly wide that caused that.
Now we have Janice Correas, the only car on the softer compound. As we
Yellow
still
flag
watching
again.
these battles here out in front. I think there's another pack of cars fighting extremely closely. Yeah, there's 4 cars fighting for a position for 10th place. Right behind Gorla, Crazy Joe's, Max Spiltz and George are trying to get that 10th place. Out in front, we're still watching this battle for the lead. Everybody's gonna have DRS now. They're gonna try to get into first position.
Yep, just watching Max Spiltz there trying to get down the inside of Grizzly Joe's into the last corner.
Icewind is now within 3/10 of the lead. Dragon gets a really good run out of the first corner. He's gonna try to get past Futuristic. I don't think Futuristic can defend too much here because Dragon's gonna be...
Oh, there's a spin in the first corner.
Really
Oh,
fast.
there's a big spin in the first corner. Who's that? That is Zod, I think's gone round.
Yes.
I think there's a couple of other guys involved in that as well. Big spin in the corner, and there's absolutely damage there as well.
Icewind goes on the inside of Macender into this turn. Oh, that's a big lockup, and he's just, I don't even know the word. He's drifting around the track right now. Macender is right behind Futuristic now. He's losing positions. That didn't help him. Yeah, I think Icewind had a moment there in the... Oh, that's contact, that's contact. Macender losing another position after that contact, and Praetorius is now also trying to get past him. That's a penalty for Dragon, though.
See, just at the further at the back of the grid there, we had another spin from Max Spiltz, which cost him the front wing, so he'll be pitting on this lap. It's cost him a whole host of positions
We have
as well,
Macender and
unfortunately.
Praetorius going side by side down the main straight. And they're gonna go onto the second straight, still fighting, and still right next to each other. They both have DRS as far as I can tell.
Oh, we're going to see... Oh, it almost looked like we're going to get 3 wide there.
Right,
Might still get it, we are, yeah, almost. Yeah, this is brilliant stuff, this. Pretorius looks like he might have the inside
that
line.
was close.
A big move.
And right behind them now, Nicolaitis and Larson also catching up. Tipsy Bob right behind them as well. Those 6 cars are now right within, what is that, 1.5 seconds maybe?
Yep, side by side again, we've got Pretorius and McKender here coming around the long sweeping left-hander. Pretorius has the inside line. I think he has made that stick. McKender's not going to give up, of course, so we're potentially going to see another switch back further up. Meanwhile, slightly further up. Yeah, I was just going to say Futuristic and Dragon both having a right old fight there as well.
Dragon, I think, was out of the DRS window of... No, he was just within the DRS window of Icewind, so he's just hanging on there, trying to stay within the DRS of Icewind. Because I think as soon as he's gonna be out of the DRS, then Futuristic's gonna make a move and make it stick too. McKender now making a move on Pretorius. McKender has the DRS here, Pretorius doesn't. And you can tell the speed advantage, but is it enough to take the position around the outside? Not quite, but they're gonna go down the next straight.
Yep, still side by side then. There's McKender just tucking in there, I think, behind Pretorius. And comes, has a little look on the inside that he thinks about it. Decides better of it. Bit of a big lock up there from Pretorius though.
Futuristic now trying the outside around Dragon. But they're staying in line for now. And Dragon's still within that 1 second of Icewind. It's gonna be really close here, but he's gonna try to get that DRS for 1 more lap. It doesn't look like it's quite enough.
No,
I think Dragon might be out of the DRS range now.
Yep, Icewind managed to just put that gap. Get that
Bit
gap
further
to over
down bit further down the grid, we also see Max Pilz now going past Winnie. I think Winnie might have left the session at some point because he's ghosted for the whole time now. Janice Correas gets a penalty right now. And we still have Futuristic and Dragon battling for 2nd place here.
I see a penalty from Dragon, but I think I missed it.
Yeah, that happened pretty
3-second
early.
penalty. Yeah.
I think that was when they were all battling right next to each other. I don't know what exactly happened, but I imagine somebody pushed somebody else wide there. Futuristic is right on the back of Dragon. Braking really late here. Not locking up, but not quite enough to get past either.
This 2 fighting, of course, is really helping Icewind just pull that gap and make that a bigger and bigger gap as he goes.
And now Pretorius has caught up to them again. This is going to be a 6-way battle again.
Dragon's picked up another penalty.
Yeah, Dragon definitely feeling the pressure here from the other cars. Tipsy Bob gets a 3-second time penalty as well. And there's a yellow flag. I think that is a Ferrari. Well, no, not Ferrari. Wait a second.
A Prima, is that what it's called?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah,
was that
Korea's having a bit of a spin, I think. Doesn't look like there's damage, so I think he's okay, but yeah, that's not going to be helping. So yeah, meanwhile back at the top there, Dragon with his 6 seconds of penalties means he'd be pushed down into 8th position. In fact, beyond the 8th position even, if the positions were to stay as is. He risks dropping out of the points completely.
I'm gonna swap back to the tires now. Everybody's on the harder compound right now. Some cars at the back have been into the pits and they have fresher tires. But here in the front,
Nicolaitis is coming down the inside of McKender.
Yeah, and right in front of them we also see another battle still between Futuristic, Dragon and Pretorius. Nicolaitis taking the inside, but can't quite hold on.
No, much faster line around the outside there.
I'm gonna check out how much time it is from Dragon down the grid. I believe in the current state, Dragon might still be in front of Tipsy Bob because Tipsy Bob, of course, also has 3 seconds. Joel gets a time penalty now, and I think Gorla is far enough behind that Dragon is pretty safe for at least 8th position right now.
As ISO inside managed to pull the gap out to 2.2 seconds into the lead, so he's having a really good race this race.
Bailey
He had a really good race last race, in fact, as well.
Bailey Thompson's AI in 13th place is having a really good race right now. But further up the grid, Pretorius is trying to attack Futuristic for 3rd place now. Futuristic, of course, didn't manage to get past Dragon, so now he's under attack. And McKendry right behind them, also trying to get into the action there.
Oh, Pretorius is getting very, very close to Futuristic. Looked like he might be going for a bit of a dive there, but he thinks better of it. Of course, McKenda's now closing right up on him as he's doing this as well. I think we might be seeing a move in a minute here, coming down into the second to last corner. Pretorius trying to go down the inside there. Futuristic's covering that inside line very well.
Of course, everybody here is getting DRS right now off Dragon, because Dragon is at the front of this DRS train. And everybody's just within that second window. Futuristic not getting the best exit here. I think Pretorius has a bit of a better exit, but it's gonna be hard to gain time here when everybody has the DRS.
Oh, and he's gone for the dive down the inside there.
Yes. That was really good late braking. Pretorius taking 3rd place for now, but they're still side by side.
Dragon is right in front of them now as well, so that's possibly going to hinder.
Pretorius is keeping that 3rd place for now, but Futuristic's still really close to them.
Yep. A couple of yellow flags out just on the road up ahead. Not sure what that's about. We'll be coming up to that in a minute if we follow this fight.
Now further down the grid, we're also seeing some more penalties. We have 3 seconds for Gola and 3 seconds for Crazy Joe's now as well.
So yeah, this is a fight for second position.
It's a big
Between
fight
these,
too.
these
Still
five, yeah.
5 cars trying to get that 2nd place here, but nobody has quite managed to get past Dragon yet. He's been keeping that 2nd position for quite a while now.
Yeah, it's been quite a solid defense from him.
As somebody is in the pits right now, I don't know who.
He does stand to lose quite a few positions, unfortunately, with that time penalty, so that puts Pretorius and Futuristic into the 2nd and 3rd position.
McKender's making a move on Futuristic. I believe there was a bit of contact there. And everybody's going side by side down the straight again. They just love going side by side down the straight. And McKender is
going
making
for
the
a move
dive.
again.
Yeah. That might have been a bit too deep, because that got a... Oh! Nicolaitis is trying to put the foot down here, but that was a bit too early. Almost spins, but keeps it on track for now. Pretorius is staying really close to Dragon. I think he's going to try to make a big move here down the straights. A bit further down, we also have Larson trying to make a move on Tipsy Bob here. They're really close. Tipsy Bob, of course, has a 3-second time penalty, while Larson doesn't.
Yeah, Futuristic needs to try and get caught back up with Pretorius again if he wants any chance of being able to keep up for the rest of this race, because he's just teetering on that 1 second mark now. Only 2 laps to go now, of course. Lap 13 out of 14 already.
Oh, that's 3 seconds for Futuristic as well, so he's going to lose positions here for sure. Pretorius now moving past Dragon. Got a bit of overspeed there. Is it enough to keep the position for now? Oh, that's a bit of contact as well. There was a bit of a tap on the side pod, but I think they're good for now. Dragon trying to make the move back. He has the DRS now. Pretorius covering the inside line. Who breaks later?
A big lock up there from Dragon, but still manages to just about hold it as Pretorius picks up a penalty as well.
That's going to put McKender and Nicolaitis in a really good position here, because they, of course, don't have any penalties yet. McKender moving down the outside of Futuristic here, and making the move stick for now as well. But McKender is now going to be giving everybody else DRS.
Yeah, of course, this is going to promote McKender into 2nd position, and as things stand, I think Nicolaitis will get 3rd.
Pretorius and Dragon still fighting here. Pretorius not quite getting the position back, but it kind of looked like he's trying to get the DRS for the second straight and make a move now, and yeah, that's a much better exit. Pretorius was a bit compromised there on the exit, and Pretorius just drives past him. Futuristic can't really make a move on McHenry here, he's pretty far back. Nicolita's trying to make a dive down Futuristic's inside though. Oh, and that's big contact! Oh, that would have been really bad.
Just touching the grass there a little bit. They're lucky there's no damage after that.
Dragon taking a pretty wide line here, trying to stay close to Pretorius to get the DRS. Oh, and
there's a
the
yellow flag in the second sector. That's two stationary cars there.
Yeah, I believe that's Correas and Zod. They got pretty close to each other there. Oh, and actually we see Icewind cruising to the win right now, because this is the last lap. Icewind has 1.8 seconds on Pretorius, and everybody, well, almost everybody there also has penalties. So it's going to be an easy victory for Icewind. We're going to have to be looking at the position changes right now. Pretorius takes second place on track, Dragon third, but now McKenna jumps up into second. Futuristic jumps back to the fifth place he already had. Dragon stays in sixth, just ahead of Larson. Tipsy Bob takes eighth place.
Third.
And Pretorius in third place, yes. Yeah, he was definitely helped by the other people also having time penalties. And Nicolita's having that incident, of course, with, who was it? I believe Futuristic, maybe?
There's a lot of bumping between all of them there.
Yeah, there was a lot of bumping, and that seems to have helped Pretorius there, because he stayed in third place despite...
And we've got some donuts from Korea's on the start-finish line.
Alright, yeah, we're gonna check those donuts out. Because I think this is gonna be the final standings for this race.
Yeah.
As Joel takes the fastest lap in the last lap. Down in 15th place, but getting that fastest lap just because he can.
So yeah, another pretty crazy race. So difficult to keep on track of. There's things happening all the way up and down the grid throughout all of the race, just about.
Yeah, we saw some people having really good races here. We saw some people having really bad ones as well. We even saw the commentator retiring from the race after one lap. I think these Formula 2 races are just really exciting because we have so many close battles. As now I believe Correa's lost the front wing. Too bad for him. I think that's going to cost a lot of money for the team.
Just realised you actually managed to finish in 20th.
Oh yes, actually I'm not in last place. I think I should be put on the standings table now. Yeah, that was a very close race. Pretorius, I believe, won the feature race, if I'm not mistaken, and he's gone back up to third place in the sprint race. Very good performance for him.
Yep. That was a huge lead as well from Pretorius in the first race. Bailey Thompson gets driver of the day.
Bailey Thompson's AI, I might add. Alright, we're gonna look at the results once more. It's Icewind getting the victory here. We can actually check out what happened in the feature race, just so we have it in mind. Icewind, of course, took 4th position in the feature race as well. So really good race for him. Pretorius, also extremely good race. Trying to get those positions back in the sprint race, having a lot of battles. That definitely cost him some time, and in the end, of course, the time penalties promote McKender up to 2nd place. McKender also, of course, had a really good race here. Despite the drive-through penalty in the feature race, he still got 6th position there and held on to those high positions in the sprint race. 2nd place for him in the sprint race. And I believe we're going to be slowly moving towards the interviews now.
Yep.
Alright,
See
so
who we've got.
Anyone who wants to be interviewed, come to the interviews channel. We'll talk to you.
And we have Joel. Shall we pull Joel in? Let's pull Joel in.
Yes.
Hi Joel, how's it going? Welcome to the commentary booth.
Enjoyed the F1 song.
Yes, wonderful singing by you there.
So a bit of an eventful race for you. Then you didn't actually have too much practice. I know you were saying it was a
Well,
bit,
I haven't
bit of a
even
last minute
driven
thing.
these. I haven't even driven F2 on this game ever before.
So actually, to be
This
fair,
quali
then,
laps, so
all things considered, then actually not a bad performance really,
no, it was
considering you've
alright.
not really had any shots. So how did you find it then?
First race was I had okay pace. I sort of got used to where you can push the limits and stuff with these cars and on the throttle and brake and stuff. So I was able to be a bit quicker in the second race, of course. I think I was like P7, P6. And then I went into the back of Nicolaides and span around because I broke too late. So that was me done. I didn't have any damage, so I thought I could get back into the points, but wasn't fast enough. Although I had a funny moment. I was catching Bailey like a second per lap, and I'm like, oh, cool, I'm fast. Get me a seat, I could be champion. And then I realised I get to him, and I'm like, oh, he's a ghost.
Yeah. It's quite a frantic race, but no, I was pretty impressed actually. To be fair, you did quite well for your like say your first attempt. Lots of action as well, of course. Quite frantic. It's a bit of a different beast driving these F2 cars. I find they're very input wise, they're quite laggy compared to the F1 cars. They're not as twitchy and precise. You kind of have to think quite a bit ahead of before you actually begin braking or steering or what have you.
Yeah.
But that was it looked a good bit of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
So next week we're in, I think we're at Zandvoort actually, aren't we? So you're gonna try and get in there, do you think?
Yeah, probably. I might get a full-time seat if there's one available.
Yep, I think there might actually be. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, that would be good to see you in some more F2 races. It was a good first race.
Thanks. Thank you for commentating. I think you get a bit more. Better get someone else who's more relevant to the races in the chat now.
Well, to be fair, I was also very relevant to the race. I even took 20th place in the sprint race.
I know. I saw you retire, and I was like, "What?" Thought you were supposed to be commentating.
It was brilliant. He still was. It was excellent. We had commentary track for commentary in live time. It was excellent.
We could all see you driving live on the EGL.
But yeah, no, that's excellent. But yeah, no, well done. It was a good first race. Good to see you out there, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.
Yes, good luck for the next race.
Thanks.
Right.
Okay, we have Icewind, so we pull him in next.
Yes.
Hello, Icewind. That was a really good race actually from you. Well, both races were really good for you this time around. 4th position in the first race, coming up from 18th, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then quite a commanding win in the second race there as well. How's that for you?
Yeah, the first race was I had my qualifying ban for that mishap in the last race with Bailey, so I was serving that, and that's why I started at the back of the field. I seem to have pretty good pace, so the setup I basically just grabbed something in TT and changed a couple of things before the race, and it just worked pretty well for me, I guess. I thought I wouldn't really get very far in the first race because I started on the harder tires, tried to do the opposite strategy, but we got the safety car very early on, so I couldn't do my pit stop under the safety car. So I figured I'm probably not gonna end up very high up here, but somehow I did. So I got back up to P4, and then in the sprint race, I was a bit surprised to actually pull away there, but I managed to drop the guys behind me from DRS, and then I think they were like battling pretty hard with Dragon. Who else was there? Dragon, Pretorius, Futuristic, maybe somebody else, McKender as well.
Yeah, it's quite a group there fighting for second position. I think it was actually 5 cars at one point, all trying to get in there for second position, which was brilliant for you because you managed, like you say, to pull quite a lead on in that second race. Once you broke the DRS, you were able to just kind of keep it above that 1 second and stop them getting anywhere near you again.
I saw the gap was like a little bit over 2 seconds at some point, and then I just, at that point, because I was on 2 warnings, I just started to just try to bring it home and not get another stupid penalty or whatever, but I usually do. So yeah, not pretty happy with that one, I guess. The overtake I did on McKender, I don't know if it was on stream, but I like locked up a little bit, and I think I went a bit deep. I didn't mean to do that, so sorry to McKender for that. But we got 1-2 with him to Finland anyway, so yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take
definitely
that
very
for
consistent,
today.
very consistent driving from you today. Very solid show. Especially getting back up to that first place in the sprint race. We don't actually know what exactly happened at the start of the sprint race, but it definitely looked like you had a good start there. And
Yep.
yeah, as I said, very consistent performance. Looked really good.
Yeah, I saw you joined us for the start, so
Yeah, I thought I'd just hop in the car, see how it feels.
Yeah.
Maybe beat some people too. Didn't work out that well, but I did take 20th place today.
Yep. Yeah.
Right,
You
so
beat Ocean Chief because he didn't race, though.
oh yeah, definitely. That's my life goal. Just beating
Yeah.
Ocean Chief even if he doesn't race. All
Yeah.
right, so next week we're back. We're going to Zandvoort. So how do you feel about that track?
I will unfortunately not be home next week, and as it looks, so I will. That is one race I'm gonna miss. But yeah, whatever comes after, I kind of like these cars. I think they're so much more understeer than the F1 cars, and that sort of does suit me in the end better. So this handling is just sort of made for me in these cars, and I think it just feels pretty good for me. So yeah, but next week I will unfortunately not be here. I would have really liked to do Zandvoort in these cars, but I will miss that unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's quite a flowing track. That's nice when you feel like you've kind of got the car dialed in and you're putting in consistent laps. It will be, I think it's Britain is the one after that, so it'll be Silverstone.
Yeah.
The one after that. That's not a bad track either, to be fair. It's quite a good
great.
fast sweeping track as well. So I'm sure that will suit your driving style as well.
Yeah, we'll see. It's this is sort of like a little bit of fun for me because I struggling on the F1 side a little bit at the moment, but yeah, this was good today. So yeah, thanks guys for the commentary and stuff.
Yeah, no problem.
Great,
Thanks
thank
for a good
you.
race. It was a really good performance from you, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Yep, thanks.
Okay,
I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think we really have anyone else. We have got. I see Futuristics and Crystals are in a channel, but I think Futuristics is streaming something at the minute. Not sure if we should be interrupting that or not.
You guys, if you want to do an interview, join us. Come to the interviews channel, and we'll pull you in. And if you don't, there. Futuristic says we can drag him in, so I'm gonna pull him in here.
Yep.
Hey there, Futuristic.
Hello.
Oh well, looked like a really solid race from you. Lots of battling, I believe. How were the battles for you?
Intense. It's pretty hard to hold off faster drivers like Pretorius and Makender, but I think I did very well, especially in the sprint race. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely looked very solid from you. Lots of good defensive driving there. And you did keep lots of people behind for a long time. Of course, the time penalty at the end hurt you a bit there. But other than that, very, very consistent showing from you. And P5 in the sprint race, of course. I don't think we saw quite as much from you in the feature race. How did that go for you?
Well, it was a big misunderstanding. At the start of the season, we had the discussion about safety car and pitting under the safety car. And I personally didn't understand how it properly worked, so I decided to stay out on the safety car and don't pit because I thought you would have got DQ'd or something for some reason, which cost me that race. But yeah, the sprint, I don't understand. It was the same that happened in the Bahrain short sprint race. I even had I was defending with, I think it was Pretorius, and I can't remember I think it was Makender as well at that point, but that was I can't have any luck in the sprint races. I'm still waiting for. I mean, I'm fighting for podiums, but I don't get it. I'm one place off all the time. It's a bit annoying. It starts to frustrate me a bit.
I mean, the pace is definitely there, though, and I mean, your capabilities when you're in these big fights and stuff, you're able to keep it clean, and you're able to make moves, and you're also able to defend really well. So it's, I'm confident we'll probably see you on the podium at some point throughout this season. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen somewhere.
Yeah, I really hope so.
But no, it looked like you had a lot of good racing, and yeah, everyone at the front actually today. To be fair, really good clean racing, lots of tight battles, and yeah, it's great to see you in amongst it all as well.
Yeah, it's great to have people that respects you, even though if you're slightly slower, they don't just dive bomb you. They just tries to put you offline a bit, and that makes so much fun.
Yeah,
it's super fun to race a bit faster guys because you get faster as well. So
that's
it's
exactly
always
it.
nice to have a challenge on track to improve.
Yep, absolutely. That's definitely it. I mean, the more you race with, the quicker guys, the quicker you get. Like you say, it's a great confidence booster as well. But yeah, no, really good. I think Zandvoort is the next race that we're at. Have you done much practice on that at all? Are you feeling good about that?
Well, I prefer it more with the F1 cars than the F2.
I can't say I've actually done any attempts at F2 on the that track at all. I'd imagine it'll be a bit more awkward. In the F1 cars, it's quite flowy and very quick, sort of left, right, constantly. I can imagine it'll be a bit more awkward in the F2 cars because there's a bit of a delay there, a bit of a lag when you're steering inputs and whatnot.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward in an F1 car, but I don't like it in general. But if I had to choose one car at Zandvoort, I had to choose the F1 car.
So possibly a bit of a tricky weekend coming up for you then at the next track then.
Yeah, I think so.
Nothing about practice won't stop.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a fun challenge for you, of course. So maybe something to look forward to as well, because there's definitely some good close racing in this league.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, all right. Have fun next week then.
Yep. Thank you.
And thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Right. I believe Crystal has said we can pull him as well.
Excellent. Right, so we'll get him in as well then. Hello, Crystals.
Hello,
Mr. Spins a lot. A bit of a tricky looking race from you. In fact, both races, I think you had some incidents, if I remember right.
It was a funny race. In the first, I didn't spin, but George spun and hit me.
Yeah, I think we caught that one.
In the wall. And after I put super soft and I had puncture. And in the last lap. And in the second race, I have the same crash in the start, and I damaged the wing. And obviously I get the 5-second penalty for speeding to the pit lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is funny racing F2.
Yeah,
a bit of a tricky one. Sorry, go ahead, overseas.
Yeah, I think a bit of a mixed bag today. But we did still see some good racing from you, I believe. I think you had some battles on track still, and yeah, maybe you can just take something from that and move on to next race and make something more happen there.
I hope. Also in F1, I'm not so lucky, so I hope some points in the next race.
See, I think the speed is 100% there. I mean, you're lightning quick in F1 especially, so it's a little bit of just watching to not get involved in these spins and and bumps, and I'd fully expect to see you right at the top.
But yeah, also the first part of calendar I really hate. I hate every track.
So what do you think about the Netherlands then at Zandvoort? Because that's the one that you're going to be at next week.
I don't have a good experience. Also, last season, I remember that I had a bug in the pit, and after I spun like every time. But yeah, I think I can, if I keep the calm and don't spin, I can get points.
Yeah,
Almost
absolutely.
I think you can also make up quite some positions if you just practice a bit before the race, because I think today we saw a lot of people having trouble with handling the car. I think some people might have been a bit too confident with this track, so maybe if you put some practice in, you can beat some guys here.
Yeah, but I was pretty confident with this track. I mean, you have a lot of traction, especially with the F2 cars. So I was doing well. I could get the podium if the future race. If there wasn't the incident. But yeah, this is racing, so I can't do anything.
Yep, just a bit of practice and then onwards and upwards, and we'll hopefully see it at the top of some of the standings in the upcoming races.
I hope.
Yes, all right. Good luck for the next one then, and thank you for the interview.
No problem. Thank you.
All right.
Okey
I
doke.
think that's all of them.
I think so too. Yep.
Okay, we're ready to wrap up then.
Did we do drivers of the day? I think we completely forgot, didn't we?
Yeah, you're right. We didn't select a driver of the day.
What do we think then? Do you know, I'm tempted to lean towards Icewind, just with solid performances in both races there.
Yeah, I think Icewind had a really good race. Well, 2 really good races there, and very solid, of course, in the sprint race where he just kept everybody behind. But also, of course, a really good performance from Pretorius. Just staying in front, staying out of these incidents, and then in the sprint race, trying to fight his way back up, getting that 2nd place on track, I believe, but dropping down because of a time penalty. Really good race from him as well. But yeah, I can definitely agree to go with Icewind as driver of the day for 2 really good showings from him. Really strong races.
I mean, we can. It's a shame we can't. We can give a shout out, I suppose, to the sort of the top 5 to 6 drivers that were in those races, because there was a hell of a lot of track action there. Everybody kept it really clean, very minimal contact, and just lots of really good overtakes and just great fighting, and all very respectful. You know, everybody looking out for each other. It was great to see.
Yeah, definitely some really good wheel-to-wheel racing today. Pretty much exactly what you want to see in these leagues, and the battles at the front are especially fun, of course, and they were all really close in pace as well, so very much fun to watch, and I'm sure it's also very much fun to drive.
Yep. Well, you had 1 lap.
I did have 1 lap, but I didn't fight those top guys, so I'll never know, I guess.
So yeah, no, brilliant race today, and I think thoroughly looking forward to Zandvoort, which I think is next week, 6th of February. So yeah, next Saturday. Looking forward to that one.
All right, then tomorrow, of course, is the 2 SRL Tier 1 race, I believe. So join us for that if you want to. I don't know at what time though, and I can't check because for some reason my everything in my computer is just broken now. I can't load anything. But yeah, I'll just assume that I'm right here, and if not, you can just come back to F2 next week.
Tier 1 is, I think it is at 6:30 UK time, 7:30 CET. It's Tier 1 tomorrow. That's the 2 SRL race.
All right, so feel free to join us again, and come back next week for more Formula 2 action and Zandvoort.
Yep, we'll see you guys soon.